Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. Gypsy, Season 1, Episode 10, called The Black Barn. Okay, I'm going to be straight up with y'all. 10 episodes was a lot. 10 episodes was long. This 10th episode, not satisfied with how it ended. I'm just putting it out there. Every show I've probably reviewed so far, I've actually enjoyed just about every episode. This show was a little bit hard to watch. It was long. 58 minutes, is long. And to keep someone interested for that long takes a lot. You got to be a diehard fan of these people to stay with it. I tried, but I just really didn't like the way it ended. And I don't know if they would even get to a 2, to be honest. I don't even know if they'll get to a season 2 to clear up what they didn't with the end of this season. They could have ended it better, in my opinion. Almost every show nowadays has a Twitter. Most movies, TV shows, podcasts, everybody has a huge social media following because that's how people interact with you. That's how they get interested in what you're doing. The cast is promoting things, stuff like that. They don't even have a Gypsy Twitter. Not even an Instagram. Reachable. Makes you feel like, hey, I watched the show, I can hashtag Gypsy and follow along with how everybody else is feeling about this certain point. They don't really have that, so that loses you. It was a hard one. I don't know. Y'all drop a comment below and tell me how y'all felt about it. But it started off all right for episode 10. It just dropped off at the end. With Dr. Jean Holloway, we know she steals. We know she gets jealous. We know that she even told on herself for one episode. I think it was episode 2. She said, if you don't look suspicious, then people don't know anything. We're the perfect family. But then episode 2, it's like, the husband's coming home late, texting on the phone. He's like, okay. And then he's texting his own situation. Dr. Jean also said, by resisting it, you're actually giving it more power. Now, don't get me wrong, like I just absolutely hate the show, because I don't hate the show. I like how they didn't have her child being the typical little kid, because every child is different. And it was a bit out there, but at the same time, it was someone's reality. Now, the fact that she was popping all them pills, that's somebody's reality. It's not my reality, but it's somebody's reality. They could have gave her friend more lines, maybe. They could have shown more diversity in this show. I enjoyed it when she went off on her neighbors and at the birthday party. My thing was, were they actually talking about her kid, or did she just misinterpret their conversation? But she went off. And like your daughter's choice of how she's acting or how you're raising her, then they shouldn't have came to the party. Maybe she just took it off because she was on edge and she just told her on herself how she really felt about stuff at that point. But it ticked the husband off. That was kind of the straw for him. And I was happy that her mother actually came to that party too. I think her point of where she got disrespectful in her marriage was when she made the dinner and he didn't come home and she threw it away. And I forgot to mention that the soundtrack is great. The intro song is a remake, I believe, and the lyrics were the truth. I mean, a Gypsy, free-spirited person, in this case, a woman. She definitely that. Another thing that I like that Dr. Jean said was, by resisting it, you're actually giving it more power. When she was talking about, if don't look at the red apple, don't look at the red apple, you're actually going to end up thinking, dang, red apple. Okay, some points that I didn't really care for. Dang, Alexis, you really just going to come to the kid's birthday party like that? And she was just observing her husband, Michael and Alexis. She had to know at that point that something was up. The secret apartment. I mean, you really had it for 8 years and your husband didn't know? How could you have it for 8 years and he really didn't know? Did that have to be part of the story? I don't know. I guess they're trying to say her professional secrets are driving, hard into her personal life. They could have kind of kept that, though. The whole apartment. The chick is wet. Dr. Jean is way too lost for Sydney. Like, she's so far gone. She's way too deep with this whole infatuation. You taking pictures on the phone for her. You're at this dude's engagement party, making out with this chick. It's just a whole lot going on. You got the secret apartment. She's coming over. You got other clients or whatnot you were keeping in that apartment. It's DNA all over that apartment. Like, come on. Then she slipped up. She started getting sloppy. She tried to clean it up. Got sloppy with Sam in the consultation, and she tried to clean that up. Another time, she was bringing up the tattoo with Sydney, and Sydney said, "I never told you he had a matching tattoo." And she's like, "Oh, yeah. You know, she's part that I guess was all right was to see the doc admitting to overanalyzing everything when she was talking to the mommy client, Rebecca's mother. Admitted, hey, I'm being emotional because I got my own issues with my mother. The major part that I actually liked and lived for in this whole season was when the husband just kept F-wording her out, just cussing her clean out. When Michael was going off on her, calling her a liar, and he called her insane, selfish. He called his wife reckless. He said all these things that was the truth that she needed to hear, and then she broke down. What did she do? She broke down, crying, sobbing on the floor. Got to the point that she went to the one person who been avoiding, I guess, her whole life since a child. Whatever happened with her mother is the reason why she's raising her kid the way she's raising her kid, I guess. She's got real messed up feelings towards her mother, and she ended up, after crying about her husband, I'm knocking on her mama's door, crying on her mom. I guess her only moment of vulnerability was telling her husband that she was scared because the police were outside. I'm scared and I'm in over my head. But that was just her defense mechanism, like, not believable. It's just, I don't know. That drama wasn't good drama. That's just how I feel. The husband had the best, Michael Holloway, the husband had the best line, one of the best lines of the whole season. He said, "Does it make you feel free to manipulate people like this?" And he's like, "F this." He said a whole bunch of F bombs. He was hot. He was real upset. This episode 10, Dr. Jean had a session with her client, Sam, who is the ex-boyfriend of Sydney. I feel like she was setting him up. Jean's delusional. She's, like I said, jealous of whatever reason. I don't know. It was weird. Setting that boy up to hurt himself. Making him feel like, hey, she still wants to reach out to you. You know that. She told you that. How do you know? And Melissa, the whole Melissa character, she's just another example of Jean's sickness and her it's a game. She's another pawn in her game. And did you notice that she didn't have her wedding ring on when she was talking to her? She had pulled out like a bracelet that she kept in a memory box or whatever at her house. I'm just like, she plays games that are dangerous. I'm surprised it wasn't a whole bunch of killing in this season. Like, she was just out murking people every episode. I'm shocked at that. Maybe they're trying to set up for season 2, like it's gonna get nasty. But I don't know, honestly, if they would even get it 2. I'm not sure how the ratings have been for Netflix with this. Sydney popped up at husband Mike's job. She told Alexis about the plagiarism, and she walked in that office and saw the picture. They didn't say, if you weren't really sure if Sydney saw the family portrait that was on Michael's desk, but obviously she did because she did her own little research. And the game changer was when she popped up at the speech, which was like this final scene of this whole finale. I thought she was going to just shoot it up or, just call her out. But the husband was there. Dolly was there. Sydney was in the back corner, but she's maintaining eye contact with Dr. Holloway. And Dr. Holloway says her final lines, which is, they want power because they don't want to feel powerless any longer. They need an outlet. And she says it's never about the person or the situation. She goes on to say that the person is only controlling one thing, and that's themselves. Like I said, if you watched it, let me know how you thought. I think it started off strong, but it seemed like it declined, and it was just too long, and they wanted to say a lot of stuff that they could have kept out. I respect the fact that the lady who did the show, they said it was like an all-female type deal to where it was like all-female producers or whatever. That's good. I mean, Ava, I forgot her last name. Starts with D, but she does Queen Sugar, and they set it up like that. But Queen Sugar is so strong, and the directing is so strong, and the storyline isn't boring, and they keep you going. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. But I try watching it nighttime and daytime, and I couldn't do it. I'm just saying, that's just my honest opinion. It's my review. It's my thoughts. I'm not gonna fudge it over and say I liked it when I didn't. Like maybe 2-3 lines every episode. I was like, okay, But 2, 3 lines only take 3 minutes, and then that's 55 other minutes that I'm just like, I should do laundry, something like that. I don't know. But if you liked it, you loved it, let me know. If you did not care for it, let me know. If you're thinking about watching it and some reason you just watched this video, let me know. Until the next time, peace.